Mm.
Right. So let me jump over to this screen. Just to check if you can see the Toastmasters website.
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so after you log in, this is the screen that you'll see once you log in.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many different resources and such. Maybe I'll just bring your attention to a couple of things first. The first one will be in terms of the education program. So you can
Okay.
think of Toastmasters like in university. We
Mm-hmm.
are not like your lecturers where we come and tell you, hey, in terms of Lanan, you need to do your homework. This is what you need to do. We'll just share with you, okay, these are some of the things that you need to take note, and then it's up to you to decide what you want to do. Okay.
Okay.
And just to share with you, right now in terms of the pathways, okay, give it a moment. Not exactly sure why it's a bit slow right now. Let's check if it's tapping on the right Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay, let's try again. Probably it's taking a break.
Me, I haven't decided the best way, but I already agree on the slot for delivery, the icebreaker.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Because for which pathways that you choose is the same.
Okay.
Yeah, for the first, especially first two levels, generally it's the same. I think my internet is a bit slow at this point. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll just open up one of these first, so it's easier for us to walk through. This one's not the full image. We have reduced the number of pathways. It used to be about 11. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, probably it's reduced to about five or six. So there's engaging humor, in terms of presentation mastery, dynamic leadership, persuasive influence, and things like that.
Mm.
See if this is the one. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but this is I think older versions. Some of the newer ones, especially like strategic relationship, I don't think is no longer available inside there.
Mm.
So this is okay. Now it's loading properly already. Pathways. Six specialized. Yeah. So right now it's reduced to six, but it doesn't quite
Okay,
show
six
what is
pathway.
six. Yeah. Choose a path over there. Okay, so the good thing is once you come over here, the very first thing is I'm not sure if you still remember when you sign up as a new member, you actually have to pay one additional one-time fee, right? So that
Mm.
one-time fee will include your selection of the pathways. So
Mm.
over here, you can think of it like a survey.
Mm-hmm.
You can take this assessment on the right, and then they'll ask you a series of questions, and they'll shortlist probably about two or three pathways for you. But if you just
Okay.
want to see the overview, you can just take a look at this one. And you can see that, yeah. Oh, sorry. Right now, it's reduced to already four.
Okay.
So there's presentation mastery, dynamic leadership, motivational strategies, and visionary communication. So you can see
Oh,
engaging humor and persuasive. Oh, this is what I have right now. Sorry. So that's why you're not seeing it above. Yeah. So
okay.
total
So
six.
so total six. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Persuasive
six is
influence.
the one that you saw earlier, whereby there are a lot more pathways, right? Like this one over here. So you can see
Mm.
easily about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pathways. So they've
Mm.
removed quite a few of the pathways and they now streamline to just these six that you saw earlier. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
So once you have selected your pathway and you have confirmed it, you have about 90 days to decide if you want to continue with this pathway. Within the 90 days, you can always write into Toastmasters International to request for change. Yeah.
Okay.
Subsequently, if you want to get a new pathway, then you have to purchase it from them already. And that will be an additional for the online version. If I remember the fees correctly, it's about USD $20 for another pathway.
Okay. If it's over 90 days, you change your mind.
Yes.
It means you have to buy the new one. Okay.
Yes, correct. So say for example, like in my case, maybe I decided to start with engaging humor. I want to brush up on my humor. Then I realized that wow, it's too difficult. I need to spend a lot of time and it is very challenging. So I decide to
Mm.
change. If it's within
Okay.
90 days, I can write into TI and I can request to change to another pathway of my choice
Mm.
without any additional fees. But if
Okay.
let's say today, after the 90 days period, and then I decide to change, that's where I'll need to pay a one-time fee to buy that pathway materials.
Okay.
Okay, can?
Yeah. But it means you have two pathway because you have the current one. Would it too late to change and then you buy the new one?
Yes, that's right.
But do you have to complete the first one because it's too, you imagine it's like too difficult. You don't have time. You change your mind, but too late.
Yeah.
Then you
Uh,
buy the new one.
Correct. Yeah, it's okay. That's why it's very similar to like university program. So you can think of it like maybe I start off with an engineering course. Then I realized that engineering is not something that I like. Maybe I like psychology more. Then I change over to psychology. But my
Mm.
credits in engineering and my credits in the psychology will still be there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Understand.
whatever I've already completed in level one for my humor, it will still be there. And maybe I decided that I do not want to progress any further. I want to switch over to persuasive influence. I can do that. But I'll be starting from persuasive influence level one again.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Very clear. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is in terms of the pathways. So just to come back to this in terms of education program, the overview. Okay, then you will see here that this thing is what they call a base camp. So base camp, you can think of it like the online resource for all your most of your education materials related to the pathways. So you
Mm.
can just click on this access button and you notice that there'll be a new pop-up. So one of the
Okay.
common issues that I notice most people have is usually people may have pop-up blocker, right? They prevent those
Oh,
kind of advertisements from coming in. So that's the part. Sometimes they click AD, then they'll ask me, hey Vincent, I do not see anything coming up. Why is that so? Is it because Toastmaster website got some issue? Not exactly, but more of the pop-up blocker. So
oh,
just make sure that your pop-up blocker, depending on whether yours is using Chrome or Safari or what is the browser, just pause it on this website first so that you can access it.
okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
over here, you can see on my end, I have a lot of many different other programs. Like for example, I've already completed my dynamic leadership. So that's why
Mm.
it appears completed over here. And
Mm.
with regards to my two pathways that you saw was engaging humor and persuasive influence. Okay. I have others like mentoring program, story collection, club coach, and things like that. So this, as you progress in Toastmasters longer, you can actually sign up for additional roles, and these programs will actually be given to you for free.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Understand.
for now, probably you only see one. So I'm just
Yes.
going to use engaging humor as a start, and I'm just going to click on this. Close the rest first. Okay, since it's at the beginning, so you'll be over here. Okay. You have all your different projects on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Okay, then you can see there are a lot of different materials. So, like I mentioned, you can think of this like a university, a lot of self-study materials. You can just read, understand, and then you can just click next. And some of
Okay.
it may even have what do you call it? Some short exercises. Let me see what are some short exercises they can use. When your post, okay, maybe over here. Let's take a look. Yeah. Then there will be even videos, for
Oh,
example. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Like
And
a reference, like a
yeah,
library.
correct, correct.
Yeah, it's like a library.
Then you have all these materials over here as well. But maybe
Mm.
let me give you an overview of what are some of the materials that you can print. Okay, so over here. So you can see right at the first, I would say first link, wherever you go
Mm-hmm.
to any of these projects. The first link over here, you can see there'll be a checklist, what are some of the resources, and my recommendation is to print out this evaluation resource.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the thing that usually will encourage speakers to print out so that they can pass to their evaluators for the comments. All right. So this part here pretty straightforward in terms of your name, what's the date that you'll be doing the project, your evaluator's name. If you know, you can put in. If not, you can leave this blank first. The evaluator will
Mm-hmm.
fill up himself or herself. And then you have the speech title. All right.
So it's
Then you can,
always have a title, even though the icebreaker, I must have a
yes,
title. Okay.
definitely. Yeah. Okay. Because every speech that you do is like you need to have a title so people will know somewhat what to expect lah, in a way.
It's like a story title. They must know something. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, correct. Yeah, the story title sometimes could be very closely related to your story that you want to share in that time of 5 to 7 minutes, or in your case of icebreaker, 4 to 6 minutes. Sometimes it
Mm,
could be totally different. For example, then that's where you get some feedbacks, some comments. How can you improve on your title? Or maybe there are certain messages inside your particular story that probably need to do some changes to help you improve better, right?
okay.
Then, of course, you get some general comments from the evaluators, and over here is where you get the ratings from your evaluators as well. Okay.
Okay.
In terms of what is the rating and what it represents for the different numbers, this is the part on the next page where you can
Oh,
see right now. Okay.
okay.
So this part is where it's very important. This is somewhat like your homework in order for you to pass it to the evaluator so that the evaluator can um, give you the feedback and comments. In the
Mm,
event, if let's say you forget, we do have some spares inside the club as well, inside the cupboard.
okay.
But I
But
think
better
some of the
not.
things, yeah,
Yes.
correct, running low
Better.
lah. So, on our end,
Mm,
sometimes if we remember, we try to replenish it. If not, usually we may have to use probably blank pieces of paper, or maybe if
mm,
evaluator has a laptop, then we have to use the soft copy first. Okay.
okay. So
So
this
this
is
is to
very,
facilitate your evaluator lah.
very important. Okay.
Correct. All right. Then maybe let me walk you through the checklist as well. Okay. So you notice that, okay, these are some of like the step-by-step guide. Okay. You schedule your appointment, which you have already done with the VPE Janice.
Mm,
You can start preparing your speech, you rehearse your speech, communicate, and things like that. So these are more of like a checklist. So it's pretty straightforward, I feel.
mm,
This is the one that is very in-depth. Okay. So what I like about right now the new resource is everything is online, and you can see that from all the things, not just you saw from the website, they also have like a PDF form of all these materials available. So these
mm,
are some of the short exercises that I mentioned earlier. Okay, what are my strengths as a communicator? Then maybe you can write. But sometimes you can be a little bit out of the box. For example, they talk about strengths, right? Maybe you can talk about strengths in other things, or maybe in terms of what are some stories that you want to highlight to us, for
mm,
example? Yeah, so you can just use this as a form of framework, and that's where you can highlight, and then you can start preparing your icebreaker speech.
okay.
All right, and then what's the goal that you want to achieve? Make sure that you know you must have an interesting topic. You need to have a clear structure like opening, body, conclusion,
Mm,
things like that. Right? So these are all the different materials. And the one that I mentioned earlier with regards to the over here, is the checklist. So they have removed the checklist, is it? Completing may apply. Yeah, okay. So they have separated it. Last time they used to combine everything together. So the good news
mm,
now is you just need to print this so it's easier for your evaluator to give you the comments. All right.
okay. Mm,
So once you have done and completed, say for example, the icebreaker, you just make sure that you screen through all the different components, and you realize that there's all the tick marks over here once it's done. All right.
oh, so I have to tick by myself when it's done.
Yeah. So once you go into each of these items, right, they'll take
Mm-hmm.
it that you read through the content inside this portion.
Mm,
Okay. So
okay.
once you're done already, you realize that you can see here the progress bar, 5% completed.
Mm. But for the icebreaker, after I deliver, I got the feedback from evaluator and how it show in the website.
Or it will not show. They won't know. So it's based
Oh,
on your integrity that you know. If you click all the different items, like say for example, right, I need to be doing my level one next project, writing a speech with purpose, but I
mm-hmm.
have not done it. I could actually go into all the different components and just go and click, and so that I have a tick. Once I have a tick over here, then they'll just show that I've completed. They will
Okay.
not know whether, yeah, correct. So it's based on
Okay.
your integrity,
So
lah.
actually, when you done, we tick by ourselves to show that we
Yes,
done this part. We done okay.
correct, correct. Yeah.
Understand.
even sometimes if let's say I'm a new member, I'm going through the different materials, right? Because I need to prepare, I need to see what are the resources. So all these resources, once I've already looked through each and every one of them, indirectly, they will have a tick already. Like let's say this one here, right? Complete your
Mm-hmm.
project. I've not
Oh,
completed,
okay.
but I come over here and then they'll tell you all these different things. And then probably I'll just key in all this information and I just
Mm.
click next. Once I click next, then you realize that this part here will be a tick already.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Yeah, correct. So I have not done my speech. I can just say that I'm about to do my speech next Tuesday, next Wednesday, for example. Yeah.
Mm.
And that's the part whereby I can just anyhow fill in and they will take it that you have completed. So this part on the integrity is very important.
Mm. And how is there any limited time between two projects? Let's say after the icebreaker, do I have a limited time to do the next level?
No time limit. But
Oh,
because you have already paid the membership fees, right? So my
yeah.
recommend most members is if you are hardworking enough, I'll say try to do at least one speech per month because
Mm.
most of us are working lah. So in your case, if maybe right now are you like in between jobs or you totally retired?
No, I'm totally retired.
Okay, then all the more I encourage you maybe at least do one speech per month if you
Uh,
can. If not, it's even better if you can do one speech per meeting since you have time.
wow, you you have a lot of hope for me.
Definitely. But that depends on how fast you want to improve, you see.
Mm. I'm
Yeah,
retired,
correct.
but I learned many things.
Okay, then at least try one speech per month
Okay.
first.
Mm.
Yeah, correct. Okay, why I encourage you to do that is because the starting momentum is very important. If let's say you do your first speech, but you take maybe 2 or 3 months break before you do the next one, it's okay
Mm.
because we will come and push you. But the issue here is you lose the momentum and you need to kickstart again. It's going to be very challenging. You realize that, wow,
Mm. Okay. Right.
I need to write a script from start again. Whereas if you
Mm.
already have momentum, you are so used to writing one speech every month, then it
Mm.
becomes second nature to you. It's a bit like
Oh,
cooking. Yeah, do you
yes,
cook at?
I
Yeah.
do. I cook every day.
Oh, that's good. You see, so it becomes second nature. People like myself, if I don't cook, then I think, wow, I go out to buy versus I need to cook. Then I need to spend so much time. I think better don't cook. So you see, I will have a momentum issue. Yeah.
Yes, okay, understand it. Mm.
Is very important. And like in the club meeting, I mentioned sometimes when we don't set a deadline, you realize that we tend to drag. Like, let's say, for example, I
Mm.
said I'm going to complete a speech. Saturday is my contest, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm piece of preparing. So, but my
Mm.
preparation is very slow. But I know for sure by Friday, I push aside everything. I leave Friday night to really do the speech. So you realize towards the end, we'll try to force something out.
Mm.
Yeah, correct. So that's the good thing about having a deadline and committing to it. If not, if you think that, I only put it 2 months later or 3 months later, you put it aside until that month itself when you're going to do a speech, then you start preparing. Usually that's the
Mm.
case. Yeah, very normal.
Okay.
Okay, so this is for the base camp. So once you're done with base camp already and you have completed the entire level one, you can just inform Janice. And then
Mm-hmm.
that is the part whereby, okay, over here. Okay, you need to submit this completion. Okay, so
Okay.
why is this also important? Is because every club have their own KPI.
Oh,
Correct. So I'm not sure if you are familiar with KPI. If you
no.
are familiar, okay. KPI is like your key performance index. So it's just like in
Okay.
any organization, how do we know whether this club is doing well, growing well, and such, right? That is the part whereby every club will have a key performance index. So one of the criteria to check whether this club is healthy or not healthy is based on the number of people completing their projects.
Okay.
Correct. So this part here, once you have completed your level one, you can just come to the base camp at the end over here under completion, click submit, and then
Mm.
need to inform Janice or the current club president is Kenny that you have already submitted your completion for level one. This is the part whereby on their end they can log in to their portal to approve this level one. So
Oh,
once the
okay.
level one is approved, then you'll be able to access level two projects. Okay, so you can see there's level one. then
Okay.
there's level two over here as well. But of course,
Mm,
right now they have make it more liberal. You can just access the level two materials first, if I'm not wrong. Yep, you can access. Back in
so
the earlier days, yeah, they lock
mm,
it unless you have already approved by your vice president of education or the president, then you can access the next level.
okay.
Okay, so now the good
Yep.
thing is, say for example, you want to find out more about engaging humor, whether this is a suitable pathway for you and things like that. You can log in, see the materials over here first. If it's suitable for you, then
Mm,
you can see. If not, within the 90 days, you can just write into TI to request for a change.
okay. So actually, any pathway I can go into the Basecamp older material to have a look to explore, right? Before I
Uh,
decide.
you cannot.
You
You need to
cannot.
decide first. Yeah, before you can see the
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Yeah. So the best way is if you want to have a good sensing of the overview, maybe what we can do is, I remember back then there was a link. I can share with you the link to see all the different materials or overview. If not, right, earlier on, remember over here on pathways,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of this paths and projects.
Yeah, so pathway overview, but actually cannot go in each.
Yeah, you can't go into each, but you can see
Mm,
what are the different elective projects over here. So they'll give you the details or the overview
mm,
lah, right?
okay.
Yeah. So at least you can see the overview. You can decide if maybe leadership is something that you want to do, or say,
Mm,
for example, going back earlier, maybe you want to do something on visionary communication or motivation strategies, for example.
mm,
Yeah. So this is the part whereby you can see all the different electives. So notice for level one and level two, like I mentioned, they are similar across all the different pathways. So the more
oh,
important one is to see the level three onwards, whether they are suitable for you or not.
okay.
Okay. And
So,
you will notice some overlaps between some of the projects.
mm,
All right. So this is the part on the base camp, pretty straightforward. So far, so good for base camp.
yes.
Yeah. Then if that's the case, let me close all these tabs ready, so it's easier for you. Okay, so coming back to Basecamp, you realize that over here, the first one is where we saw we have all the different materials. You can also track in terms of your like achievements, what are the different probably paths you have completed, the badges and things like that over
Mm,
here. Okay, this part is on feedback. So sometimes you can also request feedback from some of the members, but we rarely use these features over here, lah. Most of the time, if we want feedback, we just ask the person directly, can you give me feedback? How should I
mm,
improve? So this one is more for, I would say for record purposes. If let's say in the future you want to come back and reference, then you can do that. Okay,
mm,
and then the last one would be in terms of resources. So what I really like about Toastmasters is they really spend a lot of information, time to come up with many different kind of information to put it on this Toastmasters website.
mm,
Yeah, how do you connect with your audience, do storytelling, in terms of social speeches, things like that. Yeah, and this is not the only, I would say, resources available here on Basecamp. When you first log in over here, remember this is the main website, right?
mm.
Okay. You notice that there are also resources here as well.
Yes,
So if
yes, yes.
you for the resource, there are also other things like video libraries, like you saw some of the tutorials or in terms of the YouTube videos. There are also podcasts available as well. And then
Mm,
in terms of ebook will be more for clubs, lah, so not so much for individual
okay.
member.
So from here, we
Then
can already see some material. Can go
yes,
inside video. Okay.
correct. Yeah, but these
Understand.
materials are more for generic materials like how do you craft a speech and things like that.
Okay.
And some of these maybe may not be in English lah. So in terms of the
Mm,
category, we can just click English first.
okay.
Yeah.
I kind of
Then
play around, but then I couldn't get in, and I realized that I can only log in from today.
oh okay, okay.
Yes.
Need to have access first. Yeah.
Yes.
So notice the resources over here on the main page is probably more limited lah. As compared to if let's say you
Mm,
come over here to Basecamp, you can see that wow, the materials are really a lot more. Mm. Okay. So this over on the base camp portion as well as the main one. And the other features that I'd like to highlight is in terms of the magazine. So
Mm.
I'm not sure if you are inside the group chat as well. For the main one, the main group chat, I think Uncle Mike every month they will actually send out the Toastmasters magazine. Because right now the
Oh,
Toastmasters PDF copy already. So
oh,
over here,
okay.
if you get one, you can also click and you can view the
Mm.
previous magazines as well. So let me
Okay.
see if I can pull out some of the old there over here. So maybe you only join us in September, right? But you want to
Mm.
see maybe some of the magazines back in June. I'm not sure
Okay.
how far back that can go. Yeah, let's take a look at the year. Wow, they really put in
Wow.
everything.
Wow,
1931.
there's a
Oh,
whole IT team behind the website. They do a lot of work. Mm.
correct. So that's why I find that it's really very impressive if you to ask me. This is a lot of work doing the scanning and uploading all these materials.
Mm.
And along
Uncle
the
Mike
way,
gave me the like
mm,
my membership. They have a number, and that
yes.
number you for what?
Oh, okay. That is like your ID. So like
Oh,
let's say for example, in my case, Toastmasters over here, this is like my ID Toastmasters. So when you want to correspond with Toastmasters International and share with them, like this one, you see, I mentioned 2009, right? Yeah. So they
mm.
also when you join the club. So of course, some of these things like personal details a bit sensitive because I'm recording.
Okay,
Yeah. So I'm not
okay. So
share,
okay,
but
I
you can
understand. So that number is like my ID, so that
ID.
Toastmaster International can recognize me when I communicate with them. Okay,
Correct.
understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
Okay. Yep.
Mm,
So that's for magazine resources. Okay. Most of these are done already. Then let me highlight to you one of the new tool that I find that is really very useful. Okay. So under here, you go to the main at the top. There's this thing what they call my profile. Oh, sorry, not my home. Pardon me. Click on
my
my
home.
home. Because there are a lot of different areas to click on. So there are also other places like all your resources are also inside Learning Hub. And the one that I want to bring to your attention is this one, Yoodli. Okay. So
Oh,
this one, not many people may be aware. So you just click on this first. This is like a artificial intelligence tool.
oh,
Let's
AI.
see. Yeah. Now, okay, maybe we need to sign in again. Let me try and see.
Oh, so they make like a role play for you to train, to
Correct, correct.
practice.
Yeah. See if I can use this to log in and check. Okay, so this part here, they will actually help you to for example, you want to practice your table topics. They also
Mm,
have table topics there for you to practice. They will do a recording, and from there they can help you to track how many pause fillers you have used, what are the different things that you need to work on, and what are your
mm,
strengths, for example. Mm.
okay.
Okay, so file you need, okay. So this part here, I think they may have stopped the partnership. Okay, maybe let me show you an example. Get started. Allow setting the slide. This is the part. Okay, so you have 45 seconds to give an elevator pitch. So maybe my elevator pitch will be in terms of Toastmasters, why Toastmasters is important. Okay,
Mm,
so here goes. Okay, here is why I think Toastmasters is very important. In today's technology and age, you realize that we are so used to interacting with the computers more than human. And that is why it's very important to have communication skills, the interpersonal skills, which is very difficult to learn when you are alone or when you're out of the, I would say, human interaction, which is why the more important part is to join a community which is positive, which will gives you the energy, gives you positive feedback, and that's the part whereby it help you to improve your communication skills. Henceforth, it's important for you to join Toastmasters. So I can just click stop. Okay, then can see just click save and analyze. Just a simple one, 45
mm,
seconds. And here. Okay, this is where you get the feedback. Okay, so can you see here they even transcribe for you.
Yes, I
right? This
saw the text that you, yes, I saw they transcribe. Mm,
you can see there's
mm.
conciseness and things like that. And then you can even take a look at the analytics. Was there any filter words? I have
Oh,
two.
wow. Yeah, that's
Okay.
amazing. Mm,
So I think this part is where, like, let's say, for example, you have your icebreaker speech, you want to record and practice, right? This
mm,
usually will actually be a very good tool for you to practice so that you
mm,
can take a look at what are some of the filter words, how can you improve in terms of sentence starters. Like, for example, I always like to say so for you to do this, so for you to do that. Then this is the part whereby they will tell you, okay, this could fall under sentence starters or the
mm,
pause fillers like la, this part here.
mm.
So
Okay.
this is a very powerful tool, which I think you can consider using. Not exactly sure why right now they actually consider this part here in terms of the free plan. If back in the earlier days, right, Toastmasters and this company Yoodli, they actually tie up so that we can use it for free whenever we are a Toastmaster member. But now
Mm,
I think there's some changes to their contract or cooperations. So this part here, let me check with the management. If let's say they have some changes, then you at least you got 5 tries lah.
oh,
Just
okay.
now,
That's, yeah.
that's
Mm,
a good start lah, I would say. But if you find
yeah.
that you know you like to upgrade or things like that, then by all means you can upgrade, but you will not be inside the membership fee lah.
Oh, okay. Understand.
Yeah, back
They
then the
need,
Toastmaster membership
mm,
includes this service also.
mm,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Understand. Noted down.
Yeah. So that is all for the base camp and in how to navigate around with the different I would say key features that within Toastmasters. Okay, so far any questions?
Yeah, so basically you explained very clearly. So because I haven't decide yet, but as you say,
Hmm.
must decide and then log in to see, and if within 90 days I can change without paying
Yes.
extra. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
The other way is you can take a look at the overview first. So
mm.
once you see the overview in terms of the different electives or the projects that you'll be doing, it'll be easier for you to decide and then you can just move on from there.
Okay. Very
Mm.
clear. Very clear with all the explanation, and I think I can start log in and have a mm, to look around and view the material.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good.
Thank
So
you
you'll be
very
doing
much for your time. Hmm?
welcome. You'll be doing a speech next week?
Janice proposed on the 8th or 22nd, but because 22nd I have family from Vietnam visit, so I want to be a bit free, not so
Oh,
stressed. So
understand.
so I decided to choose the 8th of October to get it
Okay,
done
so
first. Mm.
yeah, sure. That's good. That's good. Okay, great. Looking forward to your speech.
So see you on Saturday. No,
Yes.
on Saturday or
Yeah,
Sunday.
Saturday first.
Saturday 4.
Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Chả dầu.
Okay, can. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank
Cảm
you
Okay.
for tonight. Bye bye. Thank you.